Hello. Hi. It's me, Quentin. This totally isn't my second time doing this. We're not gonna talk about it. So we're gonna make this fast. Arc Hunter. They have Blink. It's the same thing as the Void Warlock. If you've seen that video, there are no changes. It is funny. Moving on. We have Arc Staff. This is your first Hunter Super. You bring out a giant staff, you get 90% damage resistance, 20-second base duration. You have a light attack button, which you can hit 3 times in a row. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it is a combination. You have a heavy attack, um, which does kind of yeet some damage slightly in front of you. Then you have the palm strike combo, which is light attack, heavy attack. This is how you're actually going to deal damage because that palm strike does basically all of the damage. Um, that will also blind enemies now. If you jump in the air, you can light attack once to swing. If you heavy attack while you're in the air, you will slam down. And you can hold down the block button so that you can block. It will send projectiles back toward the area you are blocking to. Just think Genji from Overwatch. And you can also dodge. Here's some footage of that, if it believes in me. There it goes. Nice. Alright, so now we have Gathering Storm. You yeet your fucking staff into an opponent, or also on the ground if you want. It will deal damage over time. It'll pulse damage out periodically, um, every 1.2 seconds. It also jolts any opponent that gets hit by one of its pulses. It is really good damage over time. If you remember Anarchy, it's Anarchy, but in super form with much more damage, so it's really fucking good. Um, People use this in DPS phases like all the time. It's really good. All right, Storm's Edge. I don't have any footage of this. This is a new super that will be coming in 2 days now. You throw your knife, and it goes X duration before you are forced to teleport, or if you hit a surface or enemy, you will immediately teleport or blink, quote unquote, to them. And then you will spin and dealing damage in a pretty big AoE. Um, yeah, that's about it. That's all we really know. I don't want to speculate on numbers and things. So that's basically what happens. It's gonna be a PvP thing. I think maybe if they give it like an augment to give you something else in PvE, it'll be good. But in PvP, it's gonna just dominate, and in PvE, it's gonna be funny. That's it. All right. Combination blow. This guy's kind of annoying. So basically, the melee itself gives you melee damage increase. So if you hit one melee and kill the opponent with the melee ability, you will stack up 1 stack, and it goes all the way to 3. Every time you get a kill after that, you'll get 20 seconds of melee or of combination blow time, right? Um, the damage increase goes 60, 156 to 309. I do not believe that this is the standard, but you can see the numbers here. About 17k, and then the jolting effect is a different aspect, but whatever. Melee kill, that's about 26k, 40, almost 42k. So you can see the damage is really ramping up, and that will apply to my just base melee after that, which is really good. And it's for 20 seconds. I have 20 seconds of extra fuck you damage. obvious choice in my opinion. Even if you don't do melee stuff, if you stack it up 3 times, it's gonna be pretty fucking good. Then you have Disorienting Blow, the lesser of the two evils. Basically, if you hit the opponent, it will, or melee the opponent, it will amplify you and blind the opponent on hit. That is it. The reason why I think this sucks is because you can jolt something and punch it no matter what. That's an aspect of a hunter, and it will be blinded. So you don't even have to like worry about it. So I don't understand. Although I also do not know what else they can do. They overlap themselves a bit here. Maybe give it an AoE. Maybe make it buff other things. I think a good idea would be to make it buff your like reload speed and handling and all that shit. That'd be cool. But yeah, I don't know. New aspect, Ascension. Okay, so from what I've seen, you just kind of twirl your arc staff in the air, and it's like an extra jump. It consumes your class ability. It grants you and your allies amplified, very similar to Acrobat's dodge, and it will jolt enemies within a certain radius. So it has a lot going on. Sounds pretty useful though. That jolt, I think, is the key. Other things are positives, but the key is the jolt. Alright, so aspects, we have flow state. Scoring a kill on a jolted enemy will automatically grant amplified. So if you're running those grenades, like I said, you should always be running Spark of Shot. Then if you kill something with a grenade, just off rip, you will automatically be amplified. While you're amplified, you get reload speed and a reload duration multiplier. You also get pretty big damage resist while you dodge. And you get class ability regeneration increase. That's one thing I really gotta adjust, dude. I don't need like mobility almost at all on Arc Hunter because it just keeps giving it to you. You need 50 and you can move on. Anyways, next up we have Lethal Current. This is where I got all of the chains from. If you do a melee hit on an opponent that is jolted, you will blind them. That is cool and super useful. Once you use your class ability, of course it didn't loop. That would have been too easy. Yeah. Once you use your class ability, then you will give yourself increased melee lunge distance, and for 10 seconds, your next melee will jolt the target that you hit. It also increases the amount of damage that your arc staff does after a dodge, for the next hit anyway. And then the red-headed stepchild, we have Tempest Strike. It takes away from your base melee, so the only time I would use this is if I'm using the Disorienting Blow, and I'm never using Disorienting Blow because Combination Blow is too good. So this guy doesn't really get used. But if you run and slide mid melee, you will throw a line of arc energy along the ground. That line of arc energy will jolt combatants. You get DR during it. Yeah, that's about it. The only time I'll use this is in PvP when I'm looking for an additional way to hit chasing enemies with an ability. Not chasing, when I'm chasing enemies and they're running away and I need a new way to hit them. This is a good way to do it. That's it for Hunter. As you can see, Arc Hunter is pretty good. It's pretty good actually. Like it. Don't want to make this video too long. I got more to make, so yeah. Later.